What's up, guys? I just wanted to provide some context to the video that you're about to see. Just recently got an email, and I don't know how true it is. Um, and your information a lot of times gets, people get your information and then they solicit you for certain things. But in any event, recently got a email pertaining to COVID-19 testing, or not testing, but trial vaccines. So basically test dummies, but they're paying you to actually be this quote unquote test dummy. Now, again, I don't know how legitimate this is, but the video is about facts over feelings. And I've touched on this time and time again in a few of my other videos. So I just wanted to provide some context to this particular video that you're about to see. Hopefully it'll bring a certain level of clarity to your consciousness that just would allow you to see things a little differently when these things start to present themselves. And what I'm trying to say in so many words is you can't believe everything you hear. And you can't subscribe to everything or every energy that comes your way, i.e. that. And then subsequently, I was reading something recently where it indicated that a mouthwash will cure the COVID. So you have two extremes. You have one extreme where they're paying you and you're subscribing. You're basically subscribing to the energy of monetary gain to be a test dummy. And then you have another example of you're subscribing to, or potentially subscribing to, an energy of an all-out lie. And that's where we are today. We got to be careful about the energies that we subscribe to. So take a look at the video. Just wanted to bring some context to the video. And hopefully this will, again, bring a level of clarity to your consciousness, to your view, to your world. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Clarified Moments, where we hope to bring a certain level of clarity to your consciousness, to your view, and to your world. Appreciate you joining in today. So let's get right into it. Someone just recently said that the old political system that is literally falling away, and the energy is so high that corruption and negative intentions are being purged. I truly do believe that. We can see it right before our eyes right now. I mean, if you're not hiding under a rock, or if you not zoned out, you can see it. If you're paying just a little bit of attention, you can see it. But some of us refuse to even acknowledge it. Like it's a part of my age-old mantra. Energy produces energy. And we all know, or at least we should know, that every human being is operating in this kinetic energy, and this certain kinetic energy that creates certain things to manifest in our lives. And that energy has many different influencers. You know, we've got environment, we have relationships, we have the energy of intent. And all these things, they have their place in creating the type of energy or manifestations that we have in our lives. But what we actively allow in our energy space, some of us don't even realize reproduces within us, i.e. energy produces energy. I said a while back that we're living in the age of glass, where the transparency of a person's heart is on full display. It's being exposed. Why is that? It's because of the energy that we're entertaining. It's the energy that we're entertaining that we're allowed to influence in our life. And it's also the energy of intent that feeds and that we feed and allow to be fed by any and everything. And we wonder why our lives are like this. It can be the energy of ignorance because we're too stubborn to even learn, to develop, to grow. Like some of us just stuck. And we want to believe what we believe. No amount of truth that comes, we just going to believe what the lie, the energy of foolishness, because we foolishly subscribe to certain ideas and concepts that don't line up with our design potential. Then, or better yet, it don't line up with our better version of ourselves. We foolishly subscribe to or entertain ideas that are self-destructive, or worse yet, destructive to the well-being of others. Because of energy, because of the energy that we, again, allow in our lives, the energy that we entertain, that we reproduce, superficial or dangerous subscriptions and beliefs. So we're subscribing to or believing certain ideals that, again, don't add to a better version of ourselves. Ideal of superiority in skin color or some power in our spiritual ancestors. Like all this stuff, man, this stuff is crazy. God actually calls these things witchcraft. And we wonder why this energy is constantly in our lives. It's because we've signed a subscription to it. That's why we got to be conscious of the energy we're entertaining today, as to not produce the type of energy that's hurting our ability to reproduce the type of energy that we want. The type of energy that is in relation to our divine design, the type of energy that is in relation to being fruitful. If the type of energy you are entertaining or you're reproducing diminishes the design potential of someone else, then it's out of order. If it diminishes the design order that God created for you, for humanity, it's out of order. It's the wrong type of energy. If it diminishes the design humanity or order of God's humanity and puts more weight on superficial or delusional or bitter and rebellious ideologies, then you're entertaining the wrong energy. We like to say that it's the devil. You know, we like to say that if somebody is hating, that type of energy has to come from the devil, right? But how do we know that it's this type of energy? How do we know that this energy have you going after the bag at all costs? How do we know that that's not of God? It'll have you hating the truth at all costs. How do we know that's not of God? It'll have you bitter and envious at all costs. How do we know, again, that's not of God? I mean, it's elementary. It's simple. We know that ain't God. But we subscribe to these energies. It'll have you chase her or him and take a loss at all costs. That was me. It'll have you allowing the energy of your emotions to block out all logic and reason. That was me. Like there's no clear conscious thought in this type of energy. There's no logic and reason in this type of energy. It'll have you loving a lie and again, hating the truth. You know it's a lie. You know you subscribe or you have a subscription to a lie, but you love it anyway. It'll have you low-key disrespecting God. How do you do that? I mean, if we're not listening to anyone, if we're not listening to him, we can't respect them. Like I can't listen to anyone that I don't respect. And I can't respect anyone that I don't listen to. I mean, how can I be led by someone whom I refuse to listen to? And you can't listen if you don't hear. And watch this, you can't hear if you're not led. if you don't have an ear to hear. That's biblical. That's the truth. It takes a certain type of energy to even subscribe to this. It's the energy of desire and submission. Most people in this space where they've decided that because of their own desire to be their own God, real talk, that they can't subscribe to that. They can't entertain that type of energy. They got to find God another way. They got to make their skin more important than God. Their bag, their goals, their aspirations and dreams, their political affiliation. It's the wrong type of energy, folks. There's a new way of being where the old shadows come to the surface to be cleared so that we can lay a new foundation of energy. And it's bigger than religion. It's bigger than religion. I know I keep referencing religious stuff, but it's really bigger than religion. It's all about free will. Look, Judaism says by way of the Torah that our lives were created for a purpose, which is to fulfill the mission that God has given us. The Quran, it says that God created man to serve him, to serve God, and that this life, this thing we call life, is in preparation for life after death, like a whole nother experience. Buddhism, they say that the primary reason or the primary purpose for life is to end all suffering. All these are different subscriptions to different energies, different ideologies. Atheist says the goal of life is to bring lasting happiness. And then, of course, Christianity says that God came, he bled, he died, and he rose for the opportunity for humanity to be redeemed from their own fallen state. I bring all these beliefs up because it really does matter what you believe, what energy that you're entertaining. It matters even more what energy drives what you believe. The fact of the matter is that put it like this, it was energy that created you. And I'm not talking about the energy of two people passionately, coming together. We already know how that works. I'm talking about energy that is far more supreme than that. It's the energy of God's intent. And that intent has to do with your greater purpose and nothing to do with how you feel. I labeled the video that facts don't care nothing about feelings. It's a lot of people right now in this moment, in this season that we're in, that because of how they feel, have adopted, entertained, and subscribe to an energy that don't mean them any good. Like I mentioned before earlier in the video, the energy of hate and bitterness and strife, envy. All these things don't mean you any good and doesn't mean society any good. But we love it. A lot of us love it. A lot of us are in a space right now. And I pray that that our eyes are open, especially when it comes to the energy of loving a lie. Like it's plain, it's written out, it's written on the wall, it's plain as day, as they say, that a lot of things that we are subscribing to right now, a lot of things that we're entertaining right now on every front, political, relationships, finances, a lot of this stuff is a lie. But God is about to expose all this stuff. God is about to pull back the layers and shed light on the lie. Yeah. So I pray that you guys are entertaining the right energy now. If you're not, hopefully this video has brought a level of clarity to your consciousness to get you to reevaluate what you're subscribing to, what you're pouring your energy to, the type of energy that you're allowing to be regenerated in your life, that again doesn't serve you any good and doesn't serve humanity any good. You guys take care. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, and share.